Super Rugby round 5 is here. Super Kids round. Team List Wednesdays, as always. Been loving the Team List Wednesdays. Let me know what you guys think. I think it's one of the best additions they've brought in to Super this year. We're already at round 5. That's almost halfway through the season. We're almost halfway through the season. That is crazy. It's come around quick, but we're here. Round 5, Super Kids round. Massive changes, big names, big games. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let me know in the comments, what have you thought of the Super Rugby this year? I think it's been great. There's been a couple of blowouts, but I think it's been the best of the Pacific, so Rugby Pacific, the best season out yet since it's been only the Pacific. Am I making sense there? You know what I mean. We're gonna get into it. So first game this week is Hurricanes versus Rebels. Hurricanes 4-0. Not many people thought that. I didn't. They've been playing out of their skin. So good. Will most likely go 5-0. It is against the Rebels. The Rebels are in all sorts. Financially, players not wanting to play because they haven't been paid certain things. Felipe Daugunu come out saying that he's not playing because they haven't paid for his moving costs or something like that. Not good. Looking into the teams, few changes for the Hurricanes. They're resting a few people, it seems like. Morby's on the bench. Kini Naholo's not playing. Ruben Love's not playing. That's massive. That's massive. As these guys, that back three have been unreal for the Canes. They do get the likes of Geordie Barrett back in there from his red card. Brad Shields is in for his first game this year. TJ Perenara starts. Love that. And then Aidan Morgan starts at 10 as well. That's massive for the Hurricanes. Like I said, I think they are resting a few players because you kind of expected to beat the Rebels. Rebels do have their strongest squad available. I think Daniela Tupou goes back to the bench. Lucas Ripley comes in at 13. They've had big disruption in the centres. Obviously, their big signing in Matty Proctor has been injured. The first game he played, he got injured, so he hasn't come back from that yet. And then Felipe Daugunu has also been jumping in the centre spot, but he's not playing because they haven't paid him. So there's a lot going on behind the scenes. Not good. They still have some gun players like Rob Leota has been playing unreal. Ryan Lawrence has really been playing well as well. They've chopped and changed a bit at 9, but they seem to have kept him. They've stuck with him, so that's good for him. Andrew Kellaway he's your Wallabies fullback. Tick. I mean, he's been unreal. And then obviously the likes of Carter Gordon. I do see his brother, Mason Gordon, potential debut. He's on the bench. That's good to see. I still don't think they will be good. There's no upset happening here in Palmerston North. Canes too strong. I think Hurricanes. I say Hurricanes by 10, but I'm gonna be Hurricanes by 20. Be closer to 20. I don't see a upset happening here at all. Moving on, Brumbies versus MOANA in Canberra. Both grabbing wins last week. Few injuries to the Brumbies squad. Still a strong squad. And MOANA in good form at the moment, man. Like I did say at the start of the season, because of their coaching staff they've had 2 or 3 seasons in the Super now. It's good. It's slowly starting to click. I do feel an upset coming here. I like calling an upset each round. And I think this might be it. Billy Pollard keeps his spot and hooker. Valentini, that back row, Valentini, Brown, normally Raymer. I think Raymer has come back from his injuries on the bench. But Valentini, Brown, and Kale, so strong, that back row, man. And then Raymer and Tom Hooper on the bench. That's Wallabies on the bench, man. I think Raymer's pushing for that Wallaby spot. Great to see him back. New halves. Well, not new halves. Lola Sio's been there for a while, but Harrison Goddard comes in at 9. Hudson Crichton comes in at centre because they did a little backline switcheroo. Muirhead's injured, so Sapsford has gone to the wing, and Hudson Crichton has come into the centres. I think this is his first start for the season. And then obviously Tom Wright and your man Corey Toole on the wing there. MOANA, still no Miracle Failangi. I need to find out what injury he got, because he played the first round and then hasn't played since. The back row, they're definitely missing him. He's been, last year, just his form, and then at form at the World Cup, he was unreal. Tamu Filau, the wing, has been in great form. What a sensation, man. Oh, skillful. Love these, especially like the MOANA and Fiji and DRUA. They go in, the squads come in, like, you know, 1 or 2 players, but then there's players that you have no clue about. But like I said, 3, 4, 5 rounds in, you're like, holy shit, where have these guys been? And I think it's Tamu Filau. He's one of those players. Fantastic. Julian Severe not playing. Leola coming in at 12. This will be a good game. This will be a massive game. Brumbies not in the best form, and on the other side of the pitch, MOANA in pretty good form. In Canberra, it can be cold Friday night. Who knows what the weather is going to be? I'm calling an upset. I'm calling MOANA by 3. You heard it here first. Moving on to Saturday, to Super Saturday. 4 games on Saturday. They should really, what do you guys think? Should they shift the game to Sunday? Give us 1 game on Sunday. We're all watched out on Saturday. Give us a game on Sunday. Fiji and DRUA versus the Waratahs in Lautuka in Fiji. I said Fiji are going to be unbeaten at home. I don't see this changing this weekend. Tars were desperate last week. Didn't get the win. They're even more desperate this week. Will Darren Coleman keep his job? They said they'd give him till round 4, I think it was, or round 6. It's now round 5. Like, it's getting there. He's only had the 1 win. I think it's the 1 win, Crusaders. They might have won before that. I need to have my list up here or write that down. I do love spitting untrue facts though, untrue stats. Love that. Dan from the short ball on Insta. Love the untrue stats. For DRUA, so Ikanevere comes back into the starting lineup at hooker. Oh, I've been loving Roto Salia, man, at lock. Big, strong ball carrier, but gets through so much work as well. He's averaging like 15 tackles a game. Unreal for the big fella. Massive inclusion at 11. Rakoro. So he's, man, in the trial games, explosive, electric, strong, powerful. Ravu Tamanda and Drosese, that back 3, unreal. So good to see. Then for Waratahs, good, strong squad, man. Their forwards are starting to click. They just need to be, like they need to connect now. They need to be scoring points. They need to turn their opportunities they get into points and start winning games, because you can have a good squad, but you need results. You need results. Vailanu comes back into the hooking position. Parisi back at 13. Dangerous team, man. Dangerous team. Like I said, good squad, but you need results. Are you going to get it in Fiji versus DRUA at a packed out Lautuka? I don't think so. I think Fiji 8-12. Fiji and DRUA 8-12. Big one there. Moving on, Chiefs versus Highlanders. Chiefs with only 1 loss this season so far. Massive result versus DRUA last week. Highlanders going down to the Brumbies. Will want to obviously get back into that W side of life, that dub city, baby. Highlanders want that. Bradley Slater comes in at 2. Massive comeback for Quintupai. How good, man. He played the first game of the Super Round and then hasn't played since. He's back in there and that 12 jumper. So good. Good to see. Like, Nane Satoru's been playing out of his skin this season. But All Blacks call up, maybe? Been really, really good. Doing all those extras. Been kicking well as well. And that's obviously something as a winger you need to have up your sleeve. And then first game for Imoni Narawai. Obviously, the massive fallout at the World Cup, back injury, hasn't played since, on the bench now, definitely will get minutes. Stars all around, man. This is a fucking great team, Chiefs are. Looking at the Highlanders, no De Groot, but Reece Patchell's back in at 10. Man, that back three of Nareki, Tavatavanawe, and Ratu Maitavuki Napkins. Scary, man. Scary. That's a solid back three. It's just whether the forwards can set them up to give them space, to give them the ball, to run, to score tries. Can that happen? Against the Chiefs? I don't know, man. I don't know. Massive game this, but I do think the Chiefs will be too strong. I thought I've picked the Chiefs to win. I thought the Chiefs would go pretty much the whole season unbeaten. They've lost one game to the Reds. Chiefs, they've been playing beautiful. When they get into their structure, like I said, I compared them to Ireland. People are saying New Zealand have been playing that style of rugby all the time, but right now I'm comparing them to Ireland. When they get into their flow of their game, they get on the roll, unbeatable, man. So good. So I'm calling Chiefs by 15 here versus the Highlanders. Be too strong. Too strong. Moving on. The bloody game of the round, I reckon. Blues versus Crusaders. Blues with a 2-point win versus the Waratahs last week. Probably the ugliest game of Super Rugby ever. There was 1,000 knock-ons, 1,000 penalties, 1,000 just stop-starts, boringest game. But win's a win. On the other hand, Crusaders 0-4. Their worst ever start or worst ever Super Rugby season so far. Worst ever start to a Super Rugby season. Can they turn it around this week? They kind of have to. It's getting to that point now where you need a result. Big Paddy Tops is back for the Blues. Captain playing his 100th game. Hats off to the big fella. How good. The big also. No, Rico Ioane got concussion last week. So Bryce Heem and AJ Lamb are in the centres. Loving that back row of Akira Ioane, Hoskins Sututu, and Dalton Papali'i. Strong, man. That's an All Blacks back row, that is. And they've been playing unreal footy. And then you got the back three of like Clark, Talia, and Zon Sullivan. They've all been, like, out of those three, Zon Sullivan's probably been in the best form. That's scary sight because Clark and Talia, when they want to, they can turn it on, man. Zon Sullivan also maybe pushing for higher honours. I think at the moment it's between Ruben Love and Zon Sullivan for that fullback jumper of the All Blacks. What do you guys think? D-Mac at 10, one of them at the fullback. Who knows? Sean Stevenson maybe putting his hand up. Who knows? Looking at the Crusaders, same forward pack, I think. Pretty sure. Hoepe keeps his 10 spot. Rest of the back line is just fire, man. Havili, Almua, Fayaki at the back, Macca Springer, and Sevu Reece. Sevu Reece last week, just unreal, man. He gets through so much work. Defensively, Sevu Reece to be an attacking winger. Fijian flair, loves it. Can attack, it steps, strong handoff, fast, really good. But his defensive efforts, turnovers, tackles, he's just everywhere on the park, man. So it's good to see. Love that for Sevu Reece. I think they need to use Levi Almua a bit more, a bit better. Big body, big signing on the off-season. Give him the ball, man. Let him truck it up. Let him truck some nut. Give Levi Almua the ball. Man, big game. Like I said, Crusaders, desperate. It doesn't get any easier. I think next week they've got another. They play the Highlanders, I think it is. Man, doesn't get easier. Tough one here against the Blues. You know what? I'm going to go for another upset. I'm going Crusaders by 3. Surely the Crusaders don't go 0-5. Surely. I'm not a gambling man, but what are the chances they go 0-5? I'm going Crusaders by 3. Whew, you heard it here first. And last game of the round, Force versus Reds out in Perth. Reds in fine form, and Force, Still looking for their first win. They're 0-4 as well. Down at the bottom there with the Crusaders. They are at home. Reds do have a couple injuries, but still a strong team, man. I don't think that's giving Western Force the edge at all. And Western Force, Ansi comes in the back row. Tizano has been great for them in the back row defensively. So strong. White comes back in at 9. Obviously, with pairing Donaldson at 10. Potter moves to 15. And Kunzel comes in on the wing. I like this back line. Hamish Stewart, Chase Theatre has been really good for them. It's just can they forward set up this back line? It needs to click sometimes. I've called Force of the wild card for me because you're not really too sure how they're going to go. And then this Reds team, unchanged forward pack. Fezler's been unreal. That maul for the Reds, the maul power. I think Fezler scored 5 tries. So good. Tom Liner comes back in at 10. Paisami's back at 12. That centre pairing with him and Fluke. Scary, man. Hit, like I said, hit like trains and straighten the line like zebras. So good, those two in the centres there. I don't see the Force winning this one, man. That's tough. I know they're desperate and they're looking for their first win, but Reds are running high, man. They're running high and they don't look like slowing down anytime soon. I think Reds by 10. What do you guys think? Have I lost my marbles? What do you think? Have you enjoyed the Super so far? I've been loving it. Been watching every single game. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I'll see you next time. Bye.